This is Lewis Brackpool for Rebel News, and as you know, I'm here in Davos, right in the globalists' backyard, to expose the WEF.
We want to be a very transparent organization.
Each annual meeting, spearheaded by Klaus Schwab and his puppets, has a different theme. And this year, it's all about gaining trust, and I wonder why.
And once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet. So imagine the applications of that, compliance.
The World Economic Forum is a conglomerate of the world's elite who meet annually to discuss world issues. From political leaders to entertainers, their influence directly impacts the forming of legislation and the narrative soaked through the screens in our home. To learn more about the WEF and their plans, head to exposethereset.com to watch our docu-series on the Great Reset. And to support me in Davos, and maybe you want to buy me lunch, head on over to wefreports.com.
Distinguished heads of governments, distinguished heads of states, of course, dear partners and friends of the World Economic Forum. A very cordial welcome to the annual meeting 2022.
The first day of meetings is comprised of many subjects, ranging from using artificial intelligence on the street, ushering in a safe digital future, to even central bank digital currency. So let's begin by talking about AI on the street. The WEF's angle is as social unrest and organised retail crime has spiked over the last year, many governments around the world and businesses have turned to artificial intelligence, including facial recognition, to bolster law enforcement.
Robots patrol some streets, reminding people to wear masks. In Shanghai, drones tell people to stay home. Control your soul's desire for freedom, it says.
The expanding scope of this technology has led to public concern and calls for regulation, but investment growth looks set to continue, according to the WEF.
Is building a global surveillance system, while my home country of Israel is trying to build a total surveillance regime in the West Bank. But control of data might enable human elites to do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships.
So their question is, how can we ensure that the use of AI in public services and spaces does not conflict with the public interest? Okay, I'll tell you then. With the use of China's artificial intelligence, from robotic dogs barking COVID orders at citizens, to the drones in Shanghai restricting citizens from even singing on their balconies. We have seen the effects of what happens when you let a control-hungry government use these tactics because they believe that it's for the greater cause. We haven't, and we will not forget.
To do something even more radical than just build digital dictatorships.
To tie this all in with Canada, the WEF's experimental ground, where, according to True North, Justin Trudeau's government has announced that it worked with airlines to consider requiring digital identity documents and biometric data like facial recognition for pre-aircraft boarding requirements. What a coincidence that they're even speaking about it in this year's annual summit.
It will be a young world. It will be a digital world. Now, who could represent such a world better than you, Prime Minister?
The WEF has plans to usher in a safer digital future, with their angle being that with 4.8 billion internet users globally, all forms of harmful content online need to be tackled. Pervasive issues such as health misinformation, terrorist content, and state-sponsored informational campaigns contribute to a complex environment where long-standing problems, including online exploitation and abuse, also persist.
Well, I think they're just hearing the message now that the internet is truly evolving into a platform for communication, and that they'd be able to harness that energy to have their views and their messages expressed to the world.
So to cut it short, the WEF's idea of a safer future is an obvious one. But safer for who exactly? Online censorship has reached to a point where it's out of control. An open online discourse of ideas is now considered a threat to democracy, when historically, sharing ideas is the epitome of a fair and democratic society. So where did it all change? When did more free speech become a radical proposal, and who does it benefit?
Digital dictatorships.
And finally, the topic of central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, where the WEF claims that this has the potential to reshape the financial systems to be more inclusive.
Said what is ongoing. I think we are now, for 10 years, 15 years in that new, call it technology, blockchain. We see now the market is collapsing. Okay, let's see in 5 or 10 years, something will survive. Something will survive, and I think we should all make sure we understand what that will be.
But inclusive to who exactly? The truth is, if this system is implemented, your government would have complete control over your spending habits, if the state does not like your purchasing habits. And not to mention, MPs, including some from the UK, have literally called for money to be programmable, or even hacked.
These decisions raise important questions about the reshaping of our economy, financial systems, and the way in which people interact with money and payments. Like most of the digital money people use daily today, it would be issued directly by a central bank, like the Bank of England in the UK.
So I'll say this again. Who does this benefit? And I think we all know the answer to that. So this has been Lewis Brackpool reporting in Davos for Rebel News. If you are enjoying the content we are putting out here in Davos, right in the backyard of these globalists, please go to wefreports.com to help support our work and keep updated with what everyone's up to. Thank you.